Turn it up, let's go. Talking about the Cowboys from the highs to the lows. Milton is.
Bro.
Ray, that's the first question I gotta ask everybody out there at Cowboys.
Tell them about the gun line, boss. Tell them about the gun line.
Tell him about the good line, boss. Hey, man, Traeshon Holden, hey, he got a lot to tell about the good line because,
boy,
what did he do to piss somebody off this badly, bro? First of all, his draft stock. The dude can run every route on the route tree. He has a good feel in space. He's good with the ball after the catch. He doesn't have the fastest 40 time, like a 4.59 or something like that. Doesn't have the fastest 40 time, but he's a really good receiver that played for a blue chip program. Why did he fall the way that he fell in the draft? And now, not only did he fall out of the draft, but now as an undrafted free agent, the Cowboys just handed this man a voucher to go get himself a PS5. And a good and a good luck note, bruh. What is?
Bro, I don't know if he get the PS5. I think you got to put the PS5 on leadway right there, boy. You can't even pay.
He said PS5 on leadway, right? Most of that $3K probably paid for his plane ticket to get here.
Probably. You can't pay no rent barely with no $3K almost now in this economy, bro. Boy, I mean, he better. You can tell where he gonna be staying.
Hold on, so my boy in the comment crazy, bruh. My man Stick Flair, he said, I would send a super chat, but the way my account is set up, I'll catch on the next live. Broke. I ain't got it. My boy Thick Flair in the chat broke as hell, bruh. It's all good, Thick Flair. Don't send me your coins. I don't care, even if you get it, bruh. Don't send it to me. You being here and liking the videos and chatting and stuff, that's good enough, bruh. You ain't got to do none of that. But what we got going on with Traeshon Holden, right?
Bro. This 3K bonus is diabolical with no guarantee money, bro. No guarantee. No guarantee. Not even $1.
Hey,
no, Price is Right. You think it was a situation where you think he decided to quote unquote bet on himself? Because who's accepting that contract?
I don't know. He must decide to quote unquote spit on somebody that was giving them contracts too. Because I know one of the issues. I know one of the issues with Traeshon Holden was the fact that he kind of had like a hot head, and you know he got a reputation for kind of being a temper case, right?
Yeah.
But bruh, come on, man. 3K bonus with no guarantee, bruh. The Cowboys got that man skating on the thinnest of ice right now. And I don't even like being a professional pocket watcher. Usually, I don't care. But this stood out so much, it's like, damn, it's worth the conversation at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's saying something. I want to go do a research and check out other free agents across the league undrafted and see anyone else got a contract like that, because that's diabolical, bro.
He said, hold on, we got a dough note.
Get a order to the private detectives to find out, what's really going on here. Because, man, ain't no way, bro.
He said, what he do to get that contract, bro?
He didn't even get 50K guaranteed. 0 guarantee, bro.
Hey, bro, that's diabolical, dog. And what's crazy, that goes, he said, they say Holden was put here spitting on people like a llama. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Like, for real, like.
Bro, they was trying to go get George Pickens. What's wrong with going to get Traeshon, man? Be for real, bro. They was trying to go get George Pickens, bro.
I think maybe they could be like, hey, man, ain't no, if you want to come be on this team, you're going to have to earn it. If you earn it, then we talk about, your guarantees and stuff like that. But you got to prove it right now. Maybe he on a prove it deal right now, because Schottenheimer has been preaching about culture.
That's true.
So maybe he's like, we want a wide receiver too, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying?
Well, all you gotta do is take your receiver 2 spitting on a guy occasionally, bro. That's it. All right, Traeshon, my bad, bro. We gotta leave that alone, bro. Traeshon, I'm going to try to convince the general public that never happened. You spitting on that young man was a Mandela effect. It never happened. And look, if a guy like Jalen Carter can recover and redeem his reputation, you can too, Traeshon.
That talent level was a whole lot different. That's a big talent gap.
Oh, they called that man Traeshon Hawk Tua, bro. They called him Traeshon Holden.
That's gotta stick. Somebody gotta make some T-shirts for that.
They gonna send y'all as a cease and desist. Don't make no T-shirt with Traeshon on there spitting on nobody. Hell,
He said, spit on that thing.
don't do it. Do not do it, bro.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys made a splash in early April by making a trade with the New England Patriots for quarterback Joe Milton and a 7th-round selection in the 2025 NFL Draft. And that 7th-round selection got us Jay Toya, by the way. It was a move that was met with a positive reception because Dallas was in desperate need of finding a new backup quarterback after Cooper Rush signed with the Baltimore Ravens and Trey Lance joins with Los Angeles Chargers during the NFL free agency period. Now, I guess this must be the slander campaign to make us feel bad about the signing. While we wait to see what Milton can bring to the table in Dallas, there are some unflattering comments coming out about his time in New England. Greg Bedard of the Boston Sports Journal discussed Milton on his podcast recently and claimed Milton is, quote, not a good dude, despite no real evidence to back up his claim. This quote from the guy, he said, Joe Milton, and this is a direct quote from someone in the organization, is, quote, not a good dude, Bedard said. Knowing your role, playing your role, being part of a harmonious quarterback room, that was going to be an issue. Quote, it wasn't about Drake May. It was just about the room.
Yeah.
Woo.
That makes sense for them to send a pick back in return to a degree because they had no reason to send a pick back, you know?
Right. And
they were getting a 5th.
And I'm like, and now it makes sense because it's like, bro, they just drafted Joe Milton last season and he had a really good outing in his game that he played at the end of the year last year for them. And he had some great, it was like, why would they give up this type of prospect for that little bit amount of money? And hey, now we know, right? So apparently he just wasn't liked in the New England build. Now, there's a couple of layers to stuff like this because I'm not just gonna take that at face value because y'all gotta understand not everybody fits in every environment, right? Maybe Joe Milton, his demeanor, his disposition or whatever, maybe that didn't fit the environment that the Patriots wanted. Maybe his confidence or him feeling like he was a better quarterback than a Drake May. And that's what can happen when you have two rookies in a quarterback room, right? Maybe him feeling like he was a better quarterback than a Drake May is what kind of caused him to kind of be like, whatever. Maybe that's the case. But if he is going to come to Dallas, I just don't see Brian Schottenheimer and this coaching staff with everything else they've done. I don't see them making this type of move and feeling like that this could potentially be an issue down the road because he's not going to play here. Unless Dak gets hurt. I mean, Joe Milton's not going to play here, right? He's not going to play here at all. And likely, even by the time Dak's contract is up, likely it'll be time for the Cowboys to draft a rookie. It'll be time for them to actually draft a new franchise QB. So I don't know if Joe Milton's ever actually going to play in a regular season game for the Cowboys in a meaningful start without injury being a part of the equation. Yeah, knock on wood. Knock on wood. But that's interesting, bro. That's interesting that these type of reports are coming out after the trade was made. But I never take all this type of stuff at face value.
No, because here's the thing. The Patriots can put that out there, like, hey, put the story out there to paint the narrative they want to paint. So you never know. You never know. It's always he say, she say. So like, whatever. He's on our team now. Hopefully he does great here. He knows what situation he's coming into, and I hope he plays his position well.
Exactly.
He knows that he needs to be ready.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Just in case. Dude said, no, they seen that black QB play good, and they didn't want to scare May. He is really him. Hey, y'all ain't got no chill, bro. But I thought that was an interesting report to come out about Joe Milton, man, because I was just like, really? You know what I'm saying? I was just kind of like, really, bro? Like, why? Why did they send this out? Why did they put this out there? I just didn't understand, like, what's the purpose of this? Like, what is this?
He's not on the team anymore, so why did you need to? Yeah, that's a very odd thing, bro. I don't know. That's something.
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
Maybe they try to justify getting rid of that, the extra pick. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of at this point.
Right. Maybe they're trying to make the move look smarter or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. And I don't know, but I'll say this. I don't ever just believe the stuff that someone says about a guy, especially when you start talking about character and whether they're a good person or a bad person, because that stuff is subjective, and he could be a bad person to one individual, maybe because he don't like his energy, but be an amazing person, the best person someone ever met, to a different individual because he appreciates the vibe that they give off. So that's that type of stuff subjective. So don't get caught up in that, y'all. Don't get caught up in that.
And that's the thing. Like a perfect example. Like I'm not saying he was a bad person by no means. People were saying the same thing in Dez, where they were labeling Dez when he was coming out the draft and when he was here in Dallas. No, he was just a passionate dude. Maybe he didn't express his way the best way. He was just being passionate about what he loved. We all remember the viral clip. Remember where DeMarcus Ware had to collar him down? Like, calm down, bro. Calm down on the sideline because he's emotional. Like people like that don't like losing. They want to win,
right?
And they want to be a part of winning. So I don't know. And maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was more of a competitive thing with Milton. Maybe like, man, I know I got what it takes to be QB1.
Right.
Like there ain't no way you could say this guy's better than me. Head and shoulders better than me. Like I give this guy a run for my money.
And I think that's might be what it is. Maybe he didn't want to take a back seat in the quarterback room, or maybe he was kind of overstepping the boundaries that they set for him. You know what I'm saying? Already deciding like, hey, Drake May's our franchise QB. We don't want you feeling like that you have an opportunity to get into that role, right? So I don't know, bro. I'm not going to take this, and I'm not going to use this to cast any dispersion upon that young man's name. It's just a story that was put out by Dallas Cowboys Sports Illustrated. I wanted to go over. It was shared by a Patriots beat reporter. So I think there's something to just kind of, keep in the back of your mind. Keep an eye on. Keep an eye on. That's all it is, right?
Well, he know he ain't got to worry about that here because he know he ain't better than Dak. So hopefully that ain't going to be an issue.
No, 100%. 100%. But either way, man, it's been a great show. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in with us today. And y'all know how we always wrap these mugs up, man. How about
calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still in boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still in boys.